She had always trusted him, not because he was flawless, but because, for years, his eyes held a kind of honesty she thought couldn't be faked. Their marriage had survived arguments, money problems, and even long stretches of emotional distance. But lately, something felt different. He was distracted, too quick to put down his phone when she walked in. His smile no longer reached his eyes, and his hugs, once warm and grounding, now felt like a polite obligation. She told herself it was stress from work, maybe a midlife slump, but deep down, the unease kept growing. One evening, when she went to grab his laptop to check a recipe, a message popped up on the screen, a name she didn't recognize, followed by words that sent a sharp, physical ache through her chest. She had always trusted him, not because he was flawless, but because his flaws had once felt human, safe, and familiar. In the early years, his eyes carried a softness that made her believe he would never turn away from her, no matter what life threw at them. They had endured lean months when the bills piled high and every dinner was a negotiation between the cheapest ingredients they could find. They had endured loud arguments that ended in exhausted apologies and tearful embraces. Even during times of emotional distance, there had always been a thread connecting them, invisible yet unbreakable. But lately, that thread felt thinner, almost transparent, as if it could snap without warning. It wasn't one big change, but a series of small ones that gnawed at her quietly. The way he suddenly became guarded with his phone, setting it face down on the table when she walked in. The way his conversations grew shorter, as if she was an interruption instead of the person he used to share everything with. Even his laughter sounded different now. Lighter when he thought she wasn't listening, heavier when he was with her. She kept telling herself that marriage goes through seasons, that maybe he was under more stress at work than he admitted. But the unease was like a background hum in her chest that wouldn't stop. One evening, while cooking dinner, she needed the laptop to check a recipe. He had left it open on the kitchen counter, and she reached for it without thinking. Just as her fingers brushed the trackpad, a message box appeared in the corner of the screen. The name was unfamiliar, but the words, "I can't stop thinking about last night," slammed into her like a physical blow. Her breath caught, and she stared at the glowing screen, the smell of simmering onions now making her stomach churn. She didn't open the message, didn't scroll, didn't move. Her hands trembled, gripping the edge of the counter to steady herself. For a long moment, the sound of the pan sizzling was the only thing in the room. Her mind raced, pulling together fragments of the past few weeks, his late nights, his sudden bursts of energy after certain phone calls, the way he had been humming to himself some mornings.